juga. Dia punya background tuh
macam
dalam hobi gitu.
macam profesional lah.
Jadi dia punya
karakteristik dua kayak apa?
Ya kan dua generasi nanti ada. Info dengan karakteristik satu orang. Tahunnya satu orang. Satu dua orang.
Salam sejahtera. My name is SHERRICA anak roster. Today, I would like to present on introduction to accounting for club and society. First and foremost, definition for accounting for club and society is those organizations which are set up to provide services to its members and general public without profit motivate are called non-profit organization. There are three examples for this account such as sports clubs, golf clubs, and scouts groups. Besides that, there are also characteristics for club and society such as provide profit without motivate, and the second one is managed by a group of persons called managing committee. The goals that the club and society want to achieve are: first one is protect the interests of members, provide facilities to members, and provide social services, cultural, recreational, and sports services. Apart from that, there are 5 processes to establish clubs and society. First, hosting the meeting. Second, determine organization name, registered address, and appoint sponsor. Next, establish constitutional law, register in the EROSA system, and the last process is checking the registration application. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is ANAK Jackson. Now I'm going to continue with the source receipt for capital receipts in club and society accounting. The first source of receipt for capital receipt is legacy. It is referring to the amount of assets passes to a trusted person after the death of the owner or person in whose memory the trust is formed. Thus, legacy is the one-time and non-recurring receipt. It thus becomes a part of the capital fund. The second source of receipt for capital receipt is life membership fees. Membership fees or dues means payments to an organization on behalf of a program of individual to be a member, therefore, or to acquire voting or participatory rights therein. The third source of receipt for capital receipt is specific donation. A specific donation is one in respect of which the donor has specified restriction or conditions limiting the way in which the funds can be spent. The fourth source of receipt for capital receipt is sale of all asset and investment. An asset sale occurs when a bank or other type of firm sells its receivable to another party. A type of non-recourse sale, these transactions are executed for a variety of reasons, including to mitigate asset-related risks, obtain free cash flow, or meet liquidation requirements. Last but not least, the source of receipt is endowment fund. An endowment fund is an investment portfolio with the initial capital deriving from donation. Endowment funds are established to fund charitable and non-profit institutions.
There are 5 sources of receipt. The first one is subscription. Subscription is the amount paid by the members, usually annual basic, for the facility provided by the club or society. Next is entrance fee. Entrance fee is a registration fee paid by each member for joining the organization. Revenue receipt also come from donation. Donation is amount donated by members or any other person to the organization. Sale of all newspaper also one of the revenue in the source of receipt. This is because neither created any liability to the organization and did not produce the asset of the organization. The last one is investment. Investment is income received in interest payment, dividend, capital gain realized with sale of stock or other asset.
Assalamualaikum, my name is NURUL SAKINNA. For my part, I will discuss about books of accounts and receipts and payments. In accounting, there are 4 books that we should know. The first one is cash book. It is a financial journal that contains all cash receipts and disbursement, including bank deposits with withdrawals. The second one is stores register. This book allows users to visualize products movement and gross sales for sell-out customers' stores. The third one is member register. This book should include the name of each member, the contact address for each member, the date that each member became a member of the club and society, and more. And the last one is memorandum book. This book is that notebook which is used to write the transactions when it happened before writing all these transactions in journal. Other name for this book is rough book, long book, and rough copy book. Moving on to receipts and payments account, there are a few things that we should know. The first one is only summary of all cash and banking transaction. Other than that, will not be included. The second one is starts with the opening balance of cash and bank and ends with ending balance of cash and bank. The last one is will be prepared on the last day of the accounting period of the business organization. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is DESHY RAMDANI. Today I will explain about adjustment, income and expenditure, and balance sheet for club and society. An adjustment in accounting is a journal entry which impact the income and expenditure. An adjusting entry can also specifically mean an entry made at the end of the period to correct a previous error or to record unrecognized income or expenses. Among the elements found in the adjustment of prepaid revenue and expenses are accrued revenue and expenses, also depreciation. For accrued expenses and prepaid revenue, these two transactions will increase the amount in opening the account and decrease the amount in closing the account. On other hand, prepaid expenses and accrued revenue will decrease the amount on the opening account and increase the amount on the closing account. As for depreciation, depreciation is a measure of the wearing out, consumption, or other loss of the value of asset arising from use. A function of time through technology and market changes. Today, I will explain three methods for depreciation. The first is revaluation method. The calculation is cost plus purchase minus closing balance, and for the straight line method, it is the total cost multiplied by the depreciation rate. While for the reducing balance method is cost minus accumulated depreciation and multiplied by the depreciation rate. Next is the income and expenditure account. This is similar to a profit and loss account prepared by a trading concern. It lists all the income and expenses of the non-trading organization for a year. The result of this account is referred to as surplus or excess of income over expenditure and deficit or excess of expenditure over income. When the income is more than expenditure, the result is known as surplus. When the expenditure is more than income, the result known as deficit. It is prepared by considering all expenditure and income relating to the current year, whether it is paid or not. Lastly, balance sheet. The balance sheet is prepared as in the case of a trading concern, but the excess of asset over liabilities of a non-trading concern is known as accumulated fund. The surplus from income and expenditure account is added to and the deficit is deducted from accumulated fund. Thank you.